Hello, Hogs. What does Calvin Sampson know about John Calipari's program? Is it a major threat to the Hogs in this game, or will Arkansas win easily? Let's find out. First, subscribe to the channel using the subscribe button. I'll pin it to the first comment for easier subscription, okay? Let's go. There are games that go beyond simply reading the standings, and the meeting between Arkansas and Houston at the Prudential Center fits that profile perfectly. The Never Forget Tribute Classic brings together two top 25 teams, but it also pits two coaches whose paths have crossed for decades at the highest level of college basketball against each other. Calvin Sampson knows John Calipari, his history, his methods, and above all, the weight his name carries. Even so, none of that diminishes the degree of difficulty Arkansas presents at this point in the season. In the press conference before the game, Sampson made it clear that the respect is long-standing. He spoke of Calipari as someone who has always been present when thinking about success in college basketball. A coach who has spanned generations, accumulated titles, developed elite athletes, and built competitive programs wherever he has gone. Facing a coach with that resume, according to him, adds an extra spice to the game, not only because of the prestige, but also because of the certainty that the opponent will be prepared down to the smallest detail. This recognition, however, doesn't sound like intimidation. On the contrary, it serves as a barometer of what Arkansas represents today. Calipari arrived in Fayetteville amidst uncertainty, inheriting a program that had just lost its coach and in practice had no roster. The episode even became a source of humor on social media, but it was only the starting point of a process that quickly took shape. 2 years later, the scenario is different. Arkansas not only returned to the NCAA tournament, but also built a respectable campaign, reaching the round of 16, and retained important players who today give the team its identity. Sampson openly acknowledges that. He sees a group that plays together, understands its role on the court, and reflects Calipari's ability to assemble balanced rosters. The comment about Trayvon Brazile is symbolic. The power forward is having his best season, not by chance, but because he's part of a system that maximizes his physical and technical qualities. Arkansas has a presence in the paint, athletic strength, and at the same time the mobility to keep up with the pace of the modern game. On the perimeter, the highlight is even more evident. Darius Acuff Jr. has established himself as the team's offensive engine, leading the team in scoring and commanding the offense with rare maturity. Sampson was direct in his assessment of him as one of the best point guards he's ever faced. It's not just about numbers, but about game reading, pace control, and the ability to make teammates play better. In high-level games, this type of leadership usually makes a difference. What makes the challenge even more complex for Houston is the absence of clear weaknesses in Arkansas. Sampson pointed out that the team shoots well from outside, spreads the court, and always presents multiple offensive threats at the same time. This makes defensive adjustments difficult and prevents the opponent from concentrating efforts on a single player. It's a direct reflection of the aggressive recruitment and intelligent retention of athletes, something Calipari has learned to master over the years, adapting to the constant changes in college basketball. Given this context, the question of whether Arkansas wins easily loses relevance. There is no easy game when two programs of this caliber face off. What exists is a solid, confident Arkansas team, backed by a coach who knows exactly what is required in matchups of this magnitude. Calvin Sampson knows Calipari, knows what to expect on the other side of the court, but also recognizes that this Arkansas team doesn't just live on his name or past. It's a team built to compete now, with talent, depth, and a clear identity. On Saturday, the relationship takes a backseat. Respect remains, but the focus is on getting the ball in the court. And if Sampson's words are any indication, Arkansas enters the court not as a team hoping to survive a major challenge, but as a team fully capable of imposing its game. Leave your comment.